HQ Meet and Greet special session. Today we have a legend in the house right here. Yeah, Mixmaster Mike coming here yesterday. It was a bomb. Thank you, bro. Thank you. We really appreciate you here in HQ in Barcelona in our smoking room sessions, and I don't even know where to begin. I've been your fan since like, I don't know, whatever, like 1992, no, 1994, yeah.
Holy shit.
Something like that, yeah.
I've been doing it that long.
Yeah, so first of all, just tell us how come you come here to Spain. What do you think about everything you've seen here yesterday? What do you think about, you know, like smoking clubs, and how you come here?
I mean, yeah, for me, I mean, you know, since I first started, I mean, I saw the progression of just everything, progression of technology, progression of parties, and the progression of how high people get now. I mean, it's like, and just venues like this, it's just, I mean, unfortunately, we don't get places like this in America, but I mean, to be here,
no social clubs.
No social clubs. I mean, there are, but they're not like, you know, like this is considered like fucking Disneyland and shit compared to anything else. Like, I mean, to perform here, I mean, it is amazing because it's like for me, you know, I come from, you know, doing, you know, arenas and stadiums, and you know, it's just, it's crazy. But to do shows like
it was crazy, yeah.
Is, you know, I'll still perform the same way for 50 people, for 10 people, and that's the difference. You know what I mean? It's like, I know, you know, I know the way I started, you know, was from my bedroom. So it's just like, and now it's like it's become on a bit much more bigger scale. But to do a show here for 50, 60 people was, you know, very special. Don't get me around people that are high, because if I know that you're high and I'm performing, I'm gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna show you some shit. Like, that's gonna come from, you know, outer left field, fifth dimension.
That's for sure. Yesterday it was like that. We were
fifth dimension.
here, like what, 75 guys, and this guy was like coming from I don't know, like it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. So. Basically, I know that you're coming from West Coast, from San Francisco, and you have your German, Filipino roots, and
yeah,
I know that your dad was a drummer, so I just want to know something about that, because I just had my baby girl 3 months ago, and I think she's gonna be a drummer, maybe.
Yeah.
And I also know that he was the guy who was the only white drummer in Black Panther rallies.
Yes.
So tell me about this guy, and so tell me about your uncle with his vinyl collection of 70s music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my father was the only white drummer in an all-black funk band, and they used to perform at all of the Black Panther rallies for, like, you know, Huey Newton and those guys. So
that's crazy.
I mean, just him alone being, you know, an Eastern European and not being black was, you know, he had to prove himself back in the day. So it's like definitely my connection to that runs deep, runs very, very deep. So and then it goes on to, you know, I mean, being an underdog, you know what I mean, and having to prove yourself. It's just like, you know, and constantly for me, it's like, you know, I'm a work in progress. I mean, I'm always trying to prove something to myself as an artist. I'm never satisfied.
All the champs coming from underdogs.
You know, I mean, yeah. And you know, and through learning, I mean, there's an ocean of wisdom out there. You know what I mean? I'm still learning myself, so it's just like you're witnessing my progression as an artist.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Tell us about your young years of being b-boy and breaking. You know, like when you were 14, before you become like a world famous DJ.
Yeah,
when you began.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's through, you know, my love for the sport of hip hop, because hip hop for me is a sport, and I'm an athlete of that sport, and it's like, you know, it's you find yourself, you know, in your individuality as an artist between everybody that's doing it, and so for me, I was always thinking of how can I set myself apart from the rest of the pack, you know. Like, for everybody's going on this lane, I'm gonna bulldoze my own lane. So that's where my mindset was when I started. And that was through battling too. I had to battle everybody in the world. So I battled everybody in the world for 5 straight years. And I was fortunate to, to win those battles, and I'm definitely blessed.
For sure, brother. Who did you listen to when you were younger? I mean, like, what was your inspiration before you become the famous guy?
Well, I grew up, watching Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
The Woodstock Jimi Hendrix on VHS.
That's a surprise.
It was like, that was my moment of, wow, this is what I want to be when I grow up.
Wow.
But I don't know how to fucking play a guitar. You know what I mean? I used to watch John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, and that was my hero too. Like, I want to play the drums. Well, I don't know how to play the drums. And then Miles Davis. Oh shit, I don't know how to play I don't know how to play the horn. Fuck, what do I do? So that's when the turntable came in, and I was like, I'm gonna play all those fucking instruments with the turntable. And that was the birth of me. So you could say I'm an offspring of Thelonious Monk, Miles Davis, Hendrix, Bonham, and I'm just,
You named Miles Davis, but we also know that your first introduction to scratching was seen on TV with Herbie Hancock. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah. And that was my introduction to the turntable, was watching Grand Mixer DST from the song Rocket, Herbie Hancock Rocket. And that's when I knew what I really wanted to be, was a turntable artist. So, I sold enough weed. So back in the day, I couldn't afford turntables. So I had these tape decks, and I used to make these pause mix tapes. So when I sold enough weed back at school, I was able to buy my own turntable. So now, so now I bought my turntables, and it was like, now I can actually touch the music, which was a lot easier because I was touching tape decks and buttons and stuff. So now it was just like, it was much more easier transition.
You were selling weed before Snoop?
Oh, way before Snoop. When Snoop, I was selling weed way before Snoop, when Snoop was in a fetal position, in a womb, in his mama's womb.
Boom! You make history here.
But Snoop knows that.
HQ meet and greet, we make history here, not stories.
We're making history, yeah.
Alright, how... Yeah, that's a typical question. I'm sorry, but how come you coming to Beastie Boys, all this project? How did, like, when it began?
That's through power of intention, When your power of intention is strong, I believe everybody has a certain skill. Everyone's here, you just have to tap into that certain skill. And I don't give a fuck who you are, everybody has a special fucking skill. And my skill at that time was my power of intention. And it was like, it's through perseverance. So I envisioned myself being in the Beastie Boys.
Wow.
Before I was in there. 10 years before that, I envisioned myself like,
wow,
they need me, and I need them, and I need to transmit this energy.
It's like me and HQ.
So, but I mean, and then I met Adam Yauch at a Rocksteady anniversary party.
I know that there is a special, there is this book when you come to writing a short story about the Draco Report, which explains how you met Adam. Can you explain us about that?
I met him at the Rocksteady Park anniversary in New York City, and this was about the same time I was the New Music Seminar DJ champion, and I had a business card with my name on it. It said Mixmaster Mike World DJ Champion. Corny as fuck. But I gave him this card, and I said, and then he gave me his number, and he gave me his address. I said, and he knew about me through the battles. He saw me, and so after that, I used to send him mixtapes and battles on VHS. And when he wasn't home, I would leave these messages on his answer machine. I would scratch on his answer machine. I would put the phone down, put it next to the speaker, and scratch. Yo, Adam, check it out. This is the reverse octopus scratch. Check it out. I would scratch. So I left like four or five different messages on his answer machine. And I know he was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like, and so that was me transmitting that energy, that sonic energy. It caused an awakening in their side of the force.
It's so good. If I have to remind my my favorite two tracks from Beastie Boys would be Sure Shot and Three MCs and One DJ.
Really? That's your favorite
I
song?
love this one.
Oh,
and the
shit.
video. Can you explain this video? Because the video begins when you come with this, you know, the Ghostbusters tracksuit. So tell us about this. I love the idea. Just tell me how it and the place. This is like a.
That's the rehearsal spot. Well, first off, just the look on the guys' faces when before
they were frozen.
No, before that, when I walked in with the Ghostbusters thing, I walked in. I was like, "What's up, y'all?" And they looked at me and they were like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this for real, right?"
Oh, they didn't know about
the Ghostbusters. And so the look on their faces, they were like,
What the?
They were like, "What the fuck?" And then they became much more inspired because I came from that headspace. You know what I mean? I'm like, we're gonna go to the fucking moon right now. You ready to go? We're gonna do this for real.
You made that shit.
And so, we did 13 takes.
Really?
Of me walking from the coffee shop all the way down the street, walking down those stairs and performing it. So we did like
It was all
one take.
shit.
No edits. One take.
Wow.
Yeah. No, there was no edits. That's the thing. There was
Go YouTube, check it.
Four cameras, 4 angles, and all one take. Yeah.
3 MCs and 1 DJ. That was amazing.
Yes. And that was inspiring for myself because I was just like, wow, the Beastie Boys were inspiring enough to make an album, to make a record about me. So I was like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. Wow.
Yeah,
this
bro.
is
Yeah.
very, very flattering. Like I'm like, oh shit, this is awesome. So I wanted to make it the performance special for them.
What's your favorite track that you've done with Beastie Boys?
Oh shit. My favorite track that I've done with the Beastie Boys. I mean everything on the Hello Nasty album was done with the Beastie.
Yeah, I'm down.
Every track on the Hello Nasty record.
I'm down.
And to the 5 Boroughs. I mean, they're all special to me. You know what I mean? Of course, 3 MCs is the more special one. But you know, Intergalactic and
all right, wait a second. So maybe the best concert, you and Beastie Boys, Glasgow, maybe?
Oh shit.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. That's up there.
The circle.
Yes. But the Beasties live in Glasgow was probably the most memorable.
That touched me like.
That was the most memorable because I remember.
What year was that? 99?
That was I think 99.
Fuck, bro.
But I remember that moment because I was in the dressing room and I was just like getting my mind right, and I was just like,
because
I had some nervous energy in me because I knew that once I stepped on that stage, the whole world was going to be watching.
And you performed 3 MCs and 1 DJ, and that you had your solo part. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember this shit.
Yeah. It was. And
it was 20 years ago.
And it was what's crazy is I'm
20 years ago.
I'm going to be back in Glasgow
shit.
next week, which is going to be crazy. But memorable moment.
We want to know if you can rewind and tell us when was the first time you played the Twig Scratch live. How did you create this magic?
Oh, the Twig Scratch was done when I decided to turn the power off of the turntable, and it's like, how can I manipulate the sound without the electricity? So the Twig Scratch is about turning the power off and moving your thumb on the platter and kind of creating your own melody. So that's my,
Even with your elbow?
Yeah, with everything. I mean, it's just like, you want to, like I said, you want to set yourself apart. You want to do different shit. For me, I'm always like thinking of what's better than today. What's going to be the shit tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's my headspace.
Yeah.
What's going to be the shit tomorrow? So, and when you're told don't look over that fence, I want to look over that fence and see what the fuck's over there. And that's my mindset,
What was it that your inspiration of going for DMC World DJ Championship in '90s? That was pushing you into this competition.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah. That's totally, when you talk about battling, it's just like, okay, let's go, me against you.
How many times they ask you about? Is it true that they ask you to retire from the championship?
Yes. In '95.
That's fucking true.
In '95, yeah, '95.
You and Kubert.
Me and Kubert were set to battle and defend.
How was that? They send you a message?
No, they told us there. We were ready. We were ready. Yeah, we were ready to defend. And they said, why don't we just make you guys judges, and you guys could do a farewell performance. And I was just like, shit. And it was like kind of like taking our swords away. But it is what it is, and it was like it was flattering, but at the same time it was like we wanted to battle.
Yes.
We're down. We're down. Like, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's an honor.
Let's battle. I'm not to battle until I couldn't battle anymore. Until people knocked me off. Like until somebody fucked me up and put me in my place.
Any new names that you see right now that like on the high level?
No.
I love you, bro. This is like I knew this shit. Yesterday, I was
No,
telling my wife.
No. There's some heads.
Hey,
but
this guy, who is this guy? I'm like, yeah, do you know, like, no one in 25 years just become close to this guy's level. It's like, yeah.
But you know what? As a DJ, it's a mindset. I'm a mindset. I'm a mind fuck, and I'm a mindset. It's like, you want to be a DJ or you want to be an artist, and you got to move that. You got to make that transition.
That's a good one. I stay with
There's a difference between a DJ and an artist. I'm a musician, so that's the difference. That's the difference.
You are.
Yeah.
Eric, another question about how about your wah-wah pedal? Like something like usually is used by the guitarist.
Yes.
You're the first guy who become to.
Yes. Yeah. It was me and Kubert. Yes, me and Kubert. Yeah. And it was through watching Hendrix, and I'm like, what's Hendrix using? And I heard that. Someone told me. That's the Crybaby. He's using the Crybaby wah-wah pedal. I'm like, I got to get that shit right now. We need to figure out. We need to hook that shit up. And so, that's how that inspiration came.
All right, that was like a lot about your past. Let's talk about your present. Let's talk about Cypress Hill. You joined Cypress Hill shit like recently. Tell us about this collab. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, much love to Be Real and Sam and Bobo. I mean,
at first, and the Elephants and Ace at first year.
Yeah. They were trying to get me for like the past 3 years, but I was, me as a solo artist, I was busy in the studio working on movie soundtracks and video game scores and stuff like that. But time opened up for me where Be Real said, "Come and meet me over at the forum," and I met Be Real. He goes, I want to propose something to you. I'm like, wow, I wonder what that is. And so then he presented the opportunity to take the Cypress Hill brand and kind of make my own interpretation of it.
As you understand, we'll love it here. All this.
And so I guess I kind of changed their live performances.
For sure.
So it was a great opportunity. I mean, it was like, wow, why not? I thought about it because I had no aspirations of working with rappers anymore. Because for me, like as a solo artist,
after Beastie Boy,
there's so much after Beasties. Life after Beasties is Mixmaster Mike.
Yeah.
But it's always been Mixmaster Mike even before Beasties.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's my main focus. I have a lot of stuff with virtual reality and all the stuff that I'm working on. So taking on the Cypress Hill job was awesome, and I'm very humbled.
I feel it, but how's your relationship with Be Real? Would you recommend him for a member of HQ?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Be Real, being part of HQ would be a match made in heaven. It'd be awesome. I mean, much love to Dr. Green Thumb. Much love to Dr. Green Thumb's stores, and go check out the Dr. Green Thumb stores in Sylmar, San Francisco, LA, all over the place. Be Real would love this place.
We also know here that there is a project about making a movie about your life.
Yes.
Yes? Are you currently in this project? Tell us about this.
Yeah, I got approached by Blumhouse Productions and QC Entertainment to do a movie on my life, which we finished. We finished writing the script, so everything's written, everything's done. The story is complete. Right now we're in the process of casting, so we haven't found the right pieces yet. That's why it's not happening yet, because I need to find the right person to play me. I was trying to get Rami Malek to play me, but because me being a fan of Mr. Robot, Rami Malek was like, I was inspired by him. I was like, he could play me, but he did the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, and then that to me was like, oh, shit. I couldn't get Rami. Rami was too much, so I was like, okay, so we're just waiting on the right person. But it's a very interesting story. It's not just about DJing, it's about just life and everything, gangster shit, everything rolled up into one epic movie.
That's it.
One of the last things I would personally want to say thank you for being, we know that you work with Volja Alka, a Dallas non-profit organization dedicated to helping children overcome the effects of homelessness. Tell us about this project. This is this is great.
Yeah, I'm involved in 5 charities. I do a charity called Beat Hunger, and this is feeding the homeless and the hunger and defeating hunger for the people in Haiti. And also there's a child homeless center in Dallas, Texas, which I'm heavily involved in, and it's just providing healthcare and food and shelter for these kids that are homeless. So that also, like the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's charity thing I do every year. So it's like, there's always ways for me. I mean, there's outlets for me to give back, because that's all it's about for me, is giving back. Because I've gotten so many rewards over the years. It's like, why not use my platform for the greater good, to entertain people and as well to help people in need.
That's great, bro. I think we're coming to the end of it. I just have my few personal questions. First of all, is rap dead, bro? I mean, why I can't listen to anything since 2000, let's say? Why the hip hop music and trap music right now? What do you think about this?
Oh no, I love
it. You love it?
Yeah. This shit's not dead. To me, personally, there's a lot of good shit out there. For me personally, I'm not gonna lie. There's some good shit. I'm actually listening to the new Ghostface album.
Yeah, but this is
There's some shit in there. But as far as you're talking about, the new trap shit, Sheck West and Travis Scott and those guys, or
yeah, this is the new wave of it. It's just it's becoming the mumble rap,
there's some of it. Of course, there's a lot of garbage out there, but there's a lot of shit that's out there that's dope too. That I appreciate.
All right.
I appreciate the Travis Scott shit.
Travis Scott is cool.
I appreciate it, man. It's dope. Yeah.
So many.
Yeah, but there's a lot. There's a lot of mumble rap. Yeah. There's a lot of bullshit mumble rap out there. But you're just gonna bypass, because that's you just let that shit go by, right? You just watch that shit go by, because that's not gonna be timeless. It's not gonna live forever. That's just gonna disappear in thin air. It's not gonna make an impact on nothing.
Yeah. Any words for the next generation? People want to scratch, people want to go for world champion. People, I don't know, you are kind of, legend and inspiration for a lot of people. Have some words for them.
Yeah, focus on your brand. And as a DJ, you got to have a second hustle. You have to have a third hustle. Be a hustler, man. You got to fucking hustle. You can't just stand around playing other people's music for the rest of your life. Create your fucking own music, bulldoze your own lane, and get inspiration. Surround yourself with people that are going to put you up on game. Be the dumbest person around your circle. Surround yourself with fucking gangsters and motherfuckers that know shit. That can teach you other shit. So learn off other people's hustle and keep it moving.
Word. Thank you again. Thank you for having here Mixmaster Mike, a live legend here in HQ. Meet and greet. We here again with you guys. Thank you for questions. Thank you for being and sharing the knowledge, brother.
Fuck yeah, brother. Yes.